introduced 6 new characters coming up this new season.
Yeah,
and
6.
We've gotten so little information about them, and they're
I think
kind of
that's
scary.
Yeah, I think there's probably a reason you got little information about it, and I don't know whether I should divulge more than I should.
Yeah, but there's serial killers.
I should?
There's military
Yeah.
strategy.
Tell us everything. We won't tell anyone.
I'll tell you everything. Jason's like, look at him, he's staring at me. No, I don't know. I don't. Other than what has been revealed in the trailer, should definitely just keep my mouth shut on that one. So I see you.
We're trying.
Yeah.
You blame a girl for trying. What do you like about both Bellamy and Clark's leadership style?
Well, Clark is more of the rational, the head and the heart, and that combination between the two can usually leads to some sort of coherent resolution. Not always, but this season, Bellamy has definitely taken on board the head and the heart aspect because he thinks Clark is dead. And he says if we die up here, then she died in vain. So he's really tried to adopt this rational approach to everything and make sure that everyone is surviving up on the ship. And I was saying before to the guys at the other table, I think that's his way of somehow absolving his guilt of having left her behind.
Are we going to get a chance to see him play mediator? Because obviously there's got to be some frictions amongst the core up there in space.
Yeah. Actually, first episode, he's kind of mediating stuff already. And that was the other, with Bellamy, I'm used to him kind of not mediating, but basically enforcing. And I've said it before that he was the enforcer from Clark and everyone else. Whereas now he is more of a mediator, and he approaches things with a level head. And so that was a tricky part for me. Also, getting my head around this new style of leadership for Bellamy.
Is it more Jaha or more Kane?
I would probably say more Jaha. Oh, no, actually more Kane. I was thinking of their beards. I was like, whose beard does it more resemble? But no, it's more Kane, I would say. Yeah, I think Kane influenced Bellamy quite a lot throughout the season. So I think he's trying to take that on board and utilize those teachings, per se.
Well, we've heard a lot about the other reunions, but one of the things we haven't heard about is Bellamy and Kane. I know it may not happen right away, but how would you describe that?
Brief. Kane has a crazy story this season, and it's interesting to see, and where that character goes. And that is probably one of the more. I mean, Octavia's story this season is quite heavily featured and it's quite wild. But Kane's narrative throughout the season is, I was really kind of taken back by the way that Kane approaches conflict throughout the season. Yeah.
Can you spoil anything about Bellamy and Octavia's reunion?
It's really quite heartfelt, but also in a very morbid way.
Ha!
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of death this season from the scene itself.
Oh, it sounds like it, huh? Yeah.
I mean, you guys had a massive scene where you were talking about the blood just overflowing for miles.
Oh, yeah. No, there's a lot. I mean, there always is, but it's quite a bloody season, I guess. I don't know if what I can say about it too much, but yeah, I mean, there's also a lot of character development and all that. I mean, I'm really interested to see how people will react to this season, just based on with all the 6 new characters and the huge character turns that have happened over that 6 years. It's kind of like a readjustment period in a way. So, yeah.
Would you say any of the characters are in the same kind of headspace where we last saw them? Or
Murphy.
are they completely different?
Murphy
Never changes.
Yeah, Murphy.
So what kind of headspace would you say your character's in at this point?
Well, I mean,
6 years later.
Well, the thing that I've always found surprising about Bellamy is that he has this sense of hope and determination and perseverance. And, there is part of him that, as you'll see in the first episode, that he can be a little bit frustrated by the pace of things. But for him, the huge change for him is his kind of mediator role. I mean, that was hard for me to get my head around, and I would talk to the writers about saying, I don't feel like this is true to him, and they're like, no, but he's had 6 years and we're developing this story, and I'd be like, yeah, but I just don't feel like I'm playing the same guy. And then, you know, as the season went on, I kind of, you know, pulled off my blinkers and saw that, you know, they actually had quite a great arc for him this season. That, you know, hopefully I played it well enough and it works. But yeah, it was a huge shift for me to play Bellamy that is
Peacemaker.
yeah, a peacemaker in a way, you know. Like I mentioned Kane before, you know, it's kind of in that vein. So it's a very, yeah, foreign for me to play him like that. So that was...
Well, is the Murphy and Bellamy bromance dead at this point, or are they still strong?
No, I feel like they're kind of like big brother, little brother. Kind of reminds me of when I was younger with my brother and always trying to beat him at things like that, you know. And it's only when you get older that you can actually beat your siblings at things. You know, when they're like, you know, 4 years older than you, they're obviously stronger and bigger than you and stuff like that. And I'm obviously stronger and bigger than Richard, so yeah.
All right, well, thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, one more time. Alrighty, thank you, guys.